All right, welcome back everyone to another deep dive. You know, we always pick really fascinating topics to explore here. Today we're going to be diving into Ramadan. And we want to make this deep dive especially helpful for anyone out there who might be observing Ramadan for the first time this year.
It's a special time of year.
Absolutely.
A really special month.
Yeah, and we want to kind of guide you through some of the things, that are important for Ramadan, what this month is all about, maybe some practical tips to kind of navigate it all.
Yeah, some tips and tricks.
Yeah, for sure. And also, why community is such a huge part of Ramadan as well.
Definitely.
So we want to make this like a really supportive and inspiring deep dive for all of you.
And insightful too.
Yeah, for sure. So let's just jump right into it. Ramadan is about so much more than just, not eating or drinking, right?
Absolutely.
It's about so much more than that.
It's a very, it's a time for deep introspection, spiritual growth. It's about, connecting with Allah on a much deeper level.
Yeah, I love that. And, when I was kind of preparing for this deep dive, I came across this really powerful quote from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and it really resonated with me. He said that observing Ramadan with faith and sincerity can lead to the forgiveness of past sins.
Wow.
Isn't that powerful?
That is powerful.
Like it's a chance to kind of reset and have a fresh start.
It is. It really highlights that Ramadan is a time of intense spiritual transformation. So you're strengthening your faith, you're purifying your soul, and you're drawing closer to Allah.
Yeah.
And it's not just about abstaining from food and drink. It's about cleansing your body, your heart, your mind.
Right. Now, I can imagine, for someone who is maybe new to this, fasting can seem like a pretty big challenge.
Of course, yeah.
Especially physically.
Yeah, but it's interesting because fasting is about so much more than just the physical aspect of it.
Okay.
It involves restraining negative thoughts, harmful speech, unkind actions.
Right, so it's almost like an exercise in self-control in all these different areas of your life.
Absolutely. You're cultivating patience and gratitude and self-discipline. And these are qualities that benefit you throughout the year, not just during Ramadan.
Yeah, you make such a good point. It's not like you just turn this on for Ramadan and then turn it off.
Yeah.
These are things that hopefully, you're working on all the time, but this is like an extra boost.
Yeah, for sure, a boost.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about building a Ramadan routine. I feel like having some kind of structure to your day can be really helpful, especially during Ramadan.
Definitely. A routine provides that framework, right? That framework for spiritual growth. And waking up for Suhoor, which is the pre-dawn meal, that is absolutely essential. You're going to need sustained energy to get through the day. So think of foods that release energy slowly.
Okay, so give us some ideas, like what kind of foods are we talking about?
Things like oatmeal, dates, yogurt, those are all great options. And of course, you want to make sure you're hydrating well.
Yes, hydration is key.
Very important.
So, got it. Suhoor, that pre-dawn meal, super important. What else can be part of like a good Ramadan routine?
Well, beyond that physical nourishment, you also want to nourish your soul, right? So incorporating those morning and evening supplications, a beautiful way to start and end your day. Even short, meaningful prayers, they make a huge difference.
Okay, yeah.
You can dedicate some time for Quran recitation and reflect upon what you're reading, even a few verses a day. It really enriches your experience.
Yeah, I love that. It's almost like you're setting this time aside to really connect on a deeper level.
Exactly.
With your faith.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then, of course, there's Taraweeh prayers.
Yes.
So special nightly prayers that are performed during Ramadan. It's another beautiful way to connect with your community and deepen your spiritual practice. A lot of mosques will hold these prayers, and it can be just a very powerful experience to join in.
Absolutely. So we've talked about, the physical part of fasting, kind of the inner work and the prayer. What about the community aspect? You mentioned that earlier. How important is community during Ramadan?
Community is so vital during Ramadan. It deepens the experience in countless ways, participating in Iftar gatherings.
And remind us, what's an Iftar?
That's the breaking of the fast.
At sunset.
At sunset, yeah. It's a wonderful way to connect with other Muslims. Sharing a meal, celebrating together, it creates a very special bond.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You can join study circles to learn more about Islam. You can even find a mentor.
Oh, I love that.
Someone who can provide guidance and support.
Especially for, new Muslims.
Yeah.
That's a really great way to kind of, have someone who can help you navigate everything.
And absolutely.
It's fantastic.
And of course, we can't forget the power of dua.
Yes.
which is supplication.
Prayer.
Prayer, exactly. Allah is especially receptive to our prayers during Ramadan. So there are so many different types of dua. You can offer your own personal supplications, you can recite duas from the Quran and the Sunnah, or even just speak to Allah from your heart.
Now, I know there's a specific dua for Ramadan, right?
There is.
Can you share that with us?
Yes. In Arabic, it's
Okay, I'm gonna need a little help with that one.
Of course. So it translates to, "O Allah, you are most forgiving, and you love forgiveness, so forgive me."
Beautiful.
It's a very beautiful, simple plea for forgiveness and purification of the heart.
I love that. You know, it really kind of drives home the point that Ramadan is really a journey of spiritual renewal. And it's about taking those small steps each day, finding that support in your community, and staying strong in your faith.
It's definitely a journey, and as you're moving through this month, something to think about is how can you continue these positive changes and that spiritual growth beyond Ramadan?
That's a great question.
How can you weave these practices into your everyday life?
So it's not just about this month. It's about incorporating those values into your life all year round.
Well, to all of our listeners out there, I really hope that this deep dive has been insightful for you and maybe has given you some guidance as you kind of embark on this really special journey.
We encourage you to subscribe, share this deep dive with anyone who might benefit from it, and join our growing community for those deeper connections and continuous learning.
We're here to support you every step of the way. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.